Hey, welcome to Upset Ankle Picks with Danny and Junior. I am Junior. This is Danny.
Hi, guys.
Tonight we're going to be talking about the UFC fight 272 that is happening on this Saturday. It is in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. We have Sergey Spivak, Greg Hardy, Kevin Holland versus Alex Oliveira, Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell, Rafael dos Anjos versus Renato Moicano.
Yeah.
Colby Covington versus Jorge Masvidal. So there are some interesting fights on this card. I'm not going to lie about that. Danny, how you feel?
I feel excited for this one because I don't know if you see this, but most of the fights, there's strikers. There's not like a lot of wrestlers in here.
Yeah, there are a lot of strikers on this card. So that we should be getting a little bit of a banger. There could be a couple of knockouts. I could see at least 2 submissions on this card. But besides that, I think everything else either goes to decision or it's a knockout. So why don't we go ahead and get started? I will go ahead and share my screen here so we can actually get a little bit of a better look. So so we have
Sergey Spivak.
Yeah, we have Sergey Spivak.
Spivak. I still need to. Sorry, Sergey. It's my first. I need to learn how to pronounce your name, so don't, please take it easy.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble for that one.
Yeah, I get in trouble for that, especially with the heavyweights.
It's like one of his last fights. Dominic Cruz was commentating on it. He was calling him Spivak the entire time, and then at the end he caught himself and tried to start calling him Spivak. That was amusing for me. Dominic Cruz, genius, but he's human just like everybody else.
Yeah, everyone makes mistakes, so it's okay.
Yeah, but so we have Sergey Spivak, Greg Hardy. How do you feel this one's happening? What's going to happen here?
Well, I believe it's going to be a good fight, but I just have to go with Sergey, and I'm gonna tell you why. Sergey, in my opinion, has more experience. He's quicker. He got good ground skills. His striking is very good. He had a good fight with Tai Tuivasa, and he beat one of the top heavyweights, Onik, I believe that's how you say his name, Onik. Which had good submission skills.
Who is it, Olenek?
Olenek, yes.
Yeah.
And I just think this guy, if he can keep himself focused, he got a good future in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, I could see it. So the one thing that really sticks out to me is Greg Hardy has no ground game at all. So he's going to try to keep it standing as much as he possibly can. Don't get me wrong, he's come a long way since he came into the UFC, coming from, everybody knows, the NFL. So he has the conditioning for it. He doesn't have a problem with that. It's the problem with not knowing how to do anything on the ground. And I don't blame him for that. It's just the fact that he switched his career halfway through. So unless he's done some crazy groundwork during his camp, I don't see him really winning this, because I think Sergey is going to take him down. It's exactly what he did to Ty. So I think if he takes him down to the ground, I think he's going to be able to smother him. I think he's going to be able to take him out with some sort of a choke. But I don't see Greg Hardy winning this fight unless he knocks him out within like the first 2 minutes, because by then he's on the ground. So Sergey Spivak for me.
Same. I think that, it's like you said, he. I just think, in my opinion, the experience that this guy had.
He has a lot. Yeah,
he has a lot of experience.
He's been in this game for a while, but yeah, I think he comes out on top. So let's move on to the next one, which is Kevin Holland.
I love it.
Alex Oliveira. This is an interesting fight. Kevin Holland, man, I love Kevin Holland, but I don't know if he loves fighting more than he loves talking. I mean, that's because I mean, even while he's in the fight, right? He's talking to anybody that'll listen. That's legit. He'll be talking to his opponent. He'll be talking to anybody in the stands. I think it was early last year he was talking to Khabib.
Oh yeah, he was asking him, "Hey, can you help me with
can you help me with my wrestling?" So I mean, it's fun. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's fun. He's kung fu, man. I mean, I love his background. I think that's exciting because you don't know what he's gonna do. He can come from any angle. So it's interesting. But I think Alex Oliveira could, don't get me wrong, could sneak out a win. And I think it's just because of Kevin Holland's mouth. I think he may get caught slipping. He may get caught talking and get caught. But Kevin Holland is also a great fighter. So I think Kevin Holland is the better fighter. I just think he needs to concentrate a little bit more on the fighting aspect of the game. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that I think that he's gonna come serious in this fight, because from the last few fights that he had, he fought wrestlers.
Yeah.
He fought, and one other fight was no contest as well. And I just think that in this fight, he's not gonna worry about wrestling. I mean, he's gonna worry about submission, because Alex Oliveira is an animal, in submission.
Boy.
Yeah.
He was a bull rider before he was a fighter. He was a fucking bull rider. Dude has heart. I won't get on the bull.
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna go with that upset. I think that Kevin Holland is striking when he's serious. He's striking the way he took down, the way he beat what's the middleweight, the last father. I have to look at the guy that he fought. He fought him on a short notice. That Dana White put him in there. Because he was talking too much, and like, oh, let me put this guy with him. Oh, he fought Thiago Santos, right? That was his first fight, and Thiago Santos was in the, a top contender.
That was his first fight in UFC.
That was his first real fight in middleweight. And then he fought
John Phillips, Gerald Meerschaert, Alicio Di Chirico. Yeah, he went on a win streak. He went on 3 win streaks.
Yeah, he, when he's serious, he
can do it.
He can do it. You
He
just
can,
have to be focused.
yeah, he can do it. He just needs to not talk so much, man. I mean, I honestly, I hate it. I think he just needs to humble himself a little bit. And
Hmm.
I'm hoping those 3 losses in a row, the 2 losses in the no contest, I hope that opened his eyes a little bit. Um, but yeah, I agree. I think it goes to Kevin Holland. Um, and I just want to correct myself. Before I said I would never get on a bull. I did, and I broke my thumb. So I
He fought Jacare Sosa. You remember
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah. He
TK
fought
that
Jacare Souza.
TKO? He was trying to take him down, right?
That
He
was his
was
last win.
like, yeah, that was his, and he went up there and he just put him on him, like, and after that, he fought Darren Brunson. Darren Brunson, good ground skills, and
Marvin
then
Vittori.
Marvin Vittori. But Marvin Vittori is on a run. But I really believe, and you also have to remember, this is a welterweight.
Marvin Vittori is not on a run. He
Yeah.
was on a run, but I mean, he got stopped.
No,
twice.
at that time when he fought him,
He got
when
stopped
he fought,
twice.
when he fought, he fought for the title, Marvin Vittori.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, but I'm saying when they fought together, he was escalating to go for the title shot.
Yeah,
When he.
and I mean, I like Marvin Vittori. I don't think he's ready. He's not.
Oh no! I get what you're saying, that he's not ready for Israel, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that he fought that time someone that was gonna fight for the title.
Yeah,
But Kevin Holland, when he's serious,
he
before
can
that
do it.
loss, yeah, he can do it. So I'm gonna go with my boy Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
I think that this is a new, fresh start for him. He's the younger fighter coming into this fight,
Yeah,
and he has a lot to lose. This is a win or lose situation for him. He needs to prove something.
yeah, it could be. I could agree with
Yeah.
that. So yeah, both of us, Kevin Holland. So that moves us on to me, what could possibly be the fight of the night. Is And yes, I'm aware of who the main event is, but we can talk about that when we get there. Edson Barboza versus Bryce Mitchell. Thug, nasty. This kid, fun to watch. Right? He's an interesting guy. And I'll say that because he does the twister. He's won with the twister on a couple of occasions, I believe. So it's fun to watch him set it up, because it is the hardest thing to do in the submission game. It's a very difficult move to do. It's an impressive move. This fight. So Bryce Mitchell reminds me of, and you can agree or you can disagree, reminds me of Chucky Olives. I said it. Charles Oliveira's. And here's why, is because he's not the greatest striker, but his ground game is superb. And I feel like Bryce Mitchell has, with each fight, gotten a lot better on his feet. He can take a punch now, and he keeps on kicking, and he puts you down on the ground and he submits you. And that's what he does. And that's why I think this is a very interesting fight for him. I think it's a very big test for him, because Barboza will be the best fighter that he's fought as of right now.
By far, yes.
If you ask me. And I understand what his ranking is, 11. I get that. But I think he's on a bigger path. And I think if he keeps on down this road, I think he could be a title contender one day because of that insane ground game that he has. And it's the same thing that I feel about the Korean Zombie, and we'll talk about that next time on 273. But this ground game is just insane, and I think that's what you need in this division. And I think that's what is going to accelerate him against Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza needs to keep it on the feet, 100%. Keep it on the feet. So, like I said, Bryce Mitchell reminds me of Chucky Olives, Charles Oliveira. For those of you who don't know, I call him Chucky Olives. Thank you, Evan. I appreciate that. So he reminds me so much of Chucky Olives because, and we're going to talk about him here too, when it comes to 274. But Chucky Olives has come so far with his striking. No matter he's gone against everybody that's better, just progressively getting better, and that's what he does, and it builds up his chin, it builds up his defense, and Bryce Mitchell is on that same warpath, and I think it's dangerous for the top 5, if you ask me, because again, Bryce Mitchell is on a warpath right now. So I'm gonna go with Bryce Mitchell. I went on a little rant. I'm sorry. Danny, how you feel?
I mean, what you said, I agree 100%. You know, Bryce Mitchell has been on a run. He's on a five winning streak.
Yeah.
You know, ever since he won the Ultimate, the Ultimate Fighter contendership. But let's not count out Barboza, because Barboza has been in the UFC for 10 years.
No, and I'm not taking anything away from him.
Yeah, Barboza, just being 10 years in the UFC, fought a list of guys who've been, champions, top contenders. And I think he's gonna come into the fight, using leg kicks. That's what he's gonna try to use. Use his leg kicks like he usually do. So this is gonna be a fight. Whoever imposed their game plan first.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I mean, Barboza 100% needs to keep this fight on the feet. He can't go to the ground. I mean, I think Bryce Mitchell, I think he's just too dangerous on the ground. I mean, that's just what he does. Right? Look, I mean, I'm looking at his record right here. He's got, 14 wins. He starts off with rear naked choke, rear naked choke, rear naked choke, arm bar, rear naked choke, triangle choke, rear naked choke, unanimous decision, rear naked choke, majority decision, unanimous decision, submission. And that submission rear naked choke was a loss. So that was interesting, because it was your own demise, your own weapons, right? That's what he does. He's insane on the ground. It's what he does. But again, he's getting better with that striking game, and I think he did that with Feely. That last fight against Andre Feely. Feely is a hell of a striker. And he rocked him a couple of times, and Bryce Mitchell just kept on coming up, and getting down to the ground, or standing with him for a second and trading off. And he's dangerous, man. He's super dangerous. And I think, again, Edson Barboza is going to definitely be his number one toughest opponent to date. But I'm super excited to see. I mean,
and let's remember, he has the second twister submission.
Yeah.
Like that's the second time.
Behind who? You don't know?
No, who had the
Isn't it Korean Zombie?
was Korea Zombie? Did he have that submission?
I feel like it is Korean Zombie. Oh, yeah, Chan Sung Zung.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's big. Only
Yeah.
having two of those.
It's also exactly why I'm excited for the Korean Zombie going against who is it? Volkanovski next week or next 273. That'll be an interesting fight too, because again, killer ground game. And that ground game is a lot in mixed martial arts. It's a lot.
April 9 against Volkanovski.
Yeah. So
and that's going to be a good fight.
I think that's going to be a very interesting fight. I think this is going to be a very interesting fight because again, it's that technical wrestling. It's that technical submission styles. And I think that's what makes this intriguing, because you can put a great submissionist against a great striker, and that submissionist, I'd say seven out of 10 for times, that submissionist is probably gonna win off of some sort of a submission. That ground game is just disgusting. I mean, again, look at Chucky Olives. It's the same thing, right?
Does it make you remember him when he first started the UFC, when he started submitting everybody?
Yeah.
And Charles Oliveira, the same thing, right?
Yeah, and nobody's seen it before. I mean, they've seen it before, right? But it's a go-to. I mean, a lot of people just get a little bit of a they dabble with everything. You'll see mainly strikers or half and half or something like that. But you don't see 10 of his wins as a submission. That triangle choke is just that rear naked choke, just go-tos. And then he sets up a twister. It's fucking impressive, man. You can do a twister. What can't you do? Right? There's nothing you can't do. It's the most technical move in the UFC, in mixed martial arts. It's super technical. And maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, anybody that's watching, if anybody's watching, feel free to comment in the section, in the comment section. I don't think there is another move more technical than a twister. So
when I saw that, when he, like, the way he did it, he grabbed his arm.
He grabs his arm, puts it around
and then he kind
neck,
of went over it.
And then he twists his body while he keeps his legs straight. So it's fucking crazy the way that they set it up. Because again, you have to be able to control his arm the entire time, especially when you put it over your head, and you have to hold it while you twist his body, keeping his legs straight, and you have to pull him to you. You just bear hug them basically, but while keeping their legs straight with your legs. Super difficult to do. Again, two people have done it: Korean Zombie and Bryce Mitchell. So this is going to be an interesting fight. Again, I think this could be the fight of the night, because again, I think Bryce Mitchell has been getting better with his stand-up. So I think this is going to be a big test for him. But Edson Barboza needs to keep it on his feet. 100% needs to keep it on his feet. And if he does that, 100%. Absolutely. Those leg kicks, disgusting from Edson Barboza.
When he fought Gilbert Melendez, you remember that fight?
I don't remember it, no. I didn't watch that one.
If you go back on that fight, he should have been charged for assault. Because the way he was, because the way he was destroying that leg, it was crazy. And he did the same thing with
and that's the thing, man. Too. And that's sort of like a newly utilized thing. like almost overly utilized thing, right? Is those leg kicks and those mid kicks, because you never really saw it before, but now in the past, what, 5 years, 6 years, you've probably seen um, a handful of leg kicks, TKOs. I'd say that's even pushing 10. And off the top of my head, I can think of Conor McGregor twice, basically, right? I mean, he fell the first time, couldn't really get up, and he was done. TKO from punches, but that was just because he really couldn't get up. And then who was the other one that they made test? They tested him. The ref tested him, like made him like walk closer to me, like walk to me and then walk backwards, and he couldn't walk backwards. They called the fight. I don't remember who it was, but that was a hell of a fight too. And it was just like you pinch that nerve, and you lose all feeling, you lose all communication basically with that leg, and you can't do anything about it. That nerve damage is killer. And Edson Barboza, he can damage some fucking nerves, man. he can
Just like
damage some nerves.
Jose Aldo is a great kicker.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, you've seen Anderson Silva, right? He lost by leg kicks. He couldn't do anything against who was it? Uriah Hall, right? I think it was Uriah Hall, and I think that was in Brazil.
Yeah,
and everybody turned on Uriah Hall. Remember that?
Yeah, he made those legs. He was walking.
It's the same thing. And Uriah Hall is notorious for those leg kicks. Those leg kicks are disgusting. And Edson Barboza needs to utilize them. He needs to basically disable everything about Bryce Mitchell. any limb that Bryce Mitchell has, he needs to fucking disable it, because otherwise Bryce Mitchell is going to figure out some way to fucking submit him. But yeah, I'm Bryce Mitchell, 100% on this fight.
Me too. I got Bryce Mitchell. I think he's the younger fighter, and he's very motivated. And he's just looking for the finish too. So I believe that.
I think it's that. I think it's always, he's always looking for that finish. So
yeah,
but
100%.
Okay. So the next one, it was supposed to be Rafael dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev. Remember, I went off that little rant a couple of fights ago, talking about Fiziev, and I really wanted to. So hang on a second. Did you see that? So they changed this, right? Rafael dos Anjos versus Renato Moicano.
Yeah.
But they didn't change this. Nice job, UFC. So I told you, man. Rafael Fiziev. If it was supposed to be
some hopes.
Yeah, right.
It happens.
Rafael dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev. I had Rafael Fiziev by unanimous decision against Rafael dos Anjos. I thought it would have been a great fight. We need to see it. I think they're great competitors. I think I think Fiziev edges him out just a little bit. But since we're not talking about Fiziev, and I'm so disappointed that we're not, we'll talk about Renato Moicano. Renato Moicano stepping in at short notice. Just came off of a loss against Alex Hernandez at 272. Renato Moicano.
Well, he won that fight. He won by.
No, he lost by submission.
Who lost by submission?
Renato.
No, he won by. Oh, Renato. You talking about Renato? No, Renato. He won that fight. He won that fight by real naked show in the second round.
Now I'm looking it up. He did fucking win it. Son of a bitch. Good for him. I thought he lost that one for whatever reason. But did you see the training video that came out like 2 weeks before that fight? Did you see that
From who?
for Renato Moicano?
No, I haven't seen it. Why he went wild?
So
on
it was
training?
before that Alex Hernandez fight, and it was like 2 weeks before, and Moicano was in the ring. They were sparring a little bit, and the sparring partner came in, and so did Moicano, and they bumped heads. And when I say they bumped heads, I mean they fucking bumped heads, um, and split Moicano open, and they had to stop the training. He laid down and like he was trying to get up and shit. He couldn't get up. He was just losing too much blood. Um,
Wow.
dude, it was bad. So impressive. That's probably why I thought he lost. But he's got heart, man. I think it takes balls to step in his place, in Fizio's place, and against Rafael dos Anjos, who's a legend in the sport, or coming close to that status, if you ask me. So I think it's an interesting fight. I'm not 100% with it. I would have loved to see Islam Makhachev step in instead. And whether or not that was a bluff on his part, saying that he was ready, I don't know. But Rafael dos Anjos, kudos to you for accepting the late part, the late opponent. And I think Rafael dos Anjos wins this. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I 100% agree with you.
Dos Anjos?
Dos Anjos. He's just been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And the only guys that really give problems to him is elite wrestlers, people that can put pressure on him. Like everything else, I just think Rafael dos Anjos is an animal.
Yeah, I think Rafael dos Anjos
he's just a savage. You know, he's not
and he's fun
afraid
to
to
watch,
fight
man.
anyone.
No.
Anyone. He fights. Whoever you put in front of him, he's gonna fight. He's gonna take the fight. He doesn't care. So I just think the experience.
He said he accepted the Islam fight. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But
I believe he accepted because at one point he was trying to fight Khabib again. Because when they fought, he's not afraid. Trust me.
Rafael
Just like Conor McGregor, he's not afraid.
Not. No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, he's not afraid of anybody. He will get in that ring, and I think
he has good striking.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think he pieces him up. I think he just spars. I think this is just going to be. It's probably going to be a snooze fest. I think it's going to go a 3-round. I think it's going to be a decision. I think Rafael dos Anjos wins this.
I say unanimous. I say unanimous decision.
Yeah, it's probably going to be for dos Anjos. So both of us are with Rafael dos Anjos. I think right now we have the same picks as right now. So let's go into this Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. I'm interested to hear, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this fight?
Be 100% real with you, man. I've been thinking a lot because I like both fighters. I really do. You know, like Colby Covington. He put that pressure on you. You know, he got the charisma. You know, sometimes he talk a lot of trash. Well, most of the time. But the kid, you know, he can go and he can fight. You know, that's the thing. And Jorge Masvidal is just a sniper of a striker. And I just think he's, very confident in his striking skill. The weird thing about this, Junior, is that they know each other, right?
Yeah, inside and out,
You
man.
know, like they were boys. You know, they were
Yeah.
good boys, and there's bad blood in there. Something personal happens. You know, we already know the
There's a
details.
lot of bad blood here.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad blood.
This is a
Um,
fun fight. It
it's a
should
fun
be
fight.
a fun fight. Oh shit, you getting attacked over there?
Yeah, I was trying to punch the thing. This is how excited I am that I'm punching my microphone. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, this should be a fun fight. Now, here's the story. Like they go back, they used to be friends, they used to be best friends. Kobe Covington won the interim. And apparently there were some money issues. Jorge Masvidal took that as a personal insult to him and the coach, and vowed that he would, I don't know, some sort of like exact his revenge or um, beat the shit out of you. One something along those lines was most likely said. I could see this. I could see this going two ways. And I actually just read Big John McCarthy, uh, Big John McCarthy's point of view on this fight, and man, I feel that same way. I feel the same way. This should be a super exciting fight because of the anger behind this, right? Because of all that, all that dislike for each other. It should be a great fight. It should be a knockout within the first 2 minutes. Um, they should go in throwing everything. Notice how I'm saying that should, because I get this gut wrenching feeling that this is going to be a Francis and Ngannou part one. Like super conservative, um, super shy, super tense, super timid. Like they're they don't want to. I don't know. Um, I could, man, like I don't know where I was going with that thought. Like, to be honest with you, I don't know where I was going to go with that. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be too much of a snooze fest. It's difficult, man. Like, because I have that gut wrenching feeling that it's going to be.
I get what you're saying. That you don't want to take, you don't want to take your hopes too high because
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
because I could see Jorge Masvidal coming out with like a Ben Askren type fight, right? Like flying knee in the first two seconds, trying for that knockout. I could see that, but I could also see Kobe Covington catching him and slamming him on the ground and beating the shit out of him. Or I can also see them just dancing for 25 fucking minutes in the middle of the fucking octagon. So I want to say if it's a knockout, it's going to be Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal is a knockout artist. It's what he does. Um, so as long as he comes in like the first Usman fight, like that mindset where he almost fucking won that fight. If he comes in as the Miami fucking backyard brawler like he is, he wins this fight. I don't really see Colby Covington winning unless he gets a decision. It's the only thing. It's it.
but that's the
Um,
thing. That's the thing that we don't know.
I don't
And I
see.
say, and I see we don't, and I say we don't know because it could go either way. So this is kind of hard because we have a wrestler or a striker, and we well,
Dude,
you know
75% takedown defense. Chances are he's not going to get taken down by Colby Covington. I don't see it happening.
yeah.
Unless he makes a mistake, I don't see it happening. Jorge Masvidal needs to keep it on the feet, 100%. But again, I don't want to see them dancing and just square dancing in the middle of the fucking ring, just going around each other. That is like my ultimate fucking fear on this fight. Thanks, Big John McCarthy. That motherfucker got in my head. After I read that, I was like, dude, he's right. He's really right. Because again, like they both know each other inside and out, right? So you know the counters. You know what he's going to throw before he throws it. You know how often he shoots. You know how good his defense is. These guys were partners, sparring partners. Same division. Best fucking friends. And then total 180. So again, these guys were in the gym, living together, fucking knowing everything that each other does in that ring. They know each other. So it could just be a fucking mirror, right? You're just looking in a fucking mirror the entire fucking time. Everything is countered. Everything is like, that's my biggest fear now. Again, thanks, big fucking John McCarthy. Fucking asshole, man.
Oh man, this is crazy because
I never thought about that, to be honest with you. Because originally, me being such a BMF fucking title fan, Jorge Masvidal should go in there and just knock him the fuck out.
yeah, the only thing is all gonna depend how his emotions is, and
Emotions
how
are
he
high.
recover.
Emotions are high.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no question about it.
And the last fight, he should be good because the last fight with Usman happened a year ago now? That happened like a year ago, right?
Yeah. Early or mid 2021. What year is it? 2022?
No, it was I think it was 2021. That's about all too. Let's see. That happens. It was April 24, 2021. So it's been almost a year. Yeah, almost a year. So it's been on action for a year. This is gonna sound crazy, man, but we almost have all the picks, the same picks, and
wait, who do you have for this fight? So I mean, this is when it comes down to, right? Who do you have?
I want to say, I mean, Colby, if he goes 3 rounds, he can win. But now
3, it's 5 rounds, man. It's
5 rounds. Yeah, you're right. 5 rounds. Oops. Let me come back. 5 rounds.
Derek Lewis mindset over here.
Yeah. Oh my god. I like both guys, but I'm gonna go with my boy Jorge. Because you're right. They know each other, and they know each other. I think
it's dangerous, man. I think it's dangerous that they know each other so well. It's and I'm not saying that they're the same fighter. They definitely have 2 different styles, right? Kobe Covington's more of a wrestler. Fucking Masvidal came from backyard streets, man. He used to bang with Kimbo Slice in the backyards of fucking Miami. They came from the same neighborhoods. Like, they ran the same fucking streets. This guy is a beast when it comes to knockouts. He can put up his knockouts against, I'm not gonna say Derek Lewis, but he's definitely a knockout artist, so I'm gonna go Masvidal, but I'm afraid it's gonna go 5 rounds, and I'm afraid it's
gonna be if it goes 5 rounds, there's no way that and all respect to my boy.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I really want to see.
But Covington, when it comes to 5 rounds, he got that 100%.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, Jorge, he has good takedown defense. Even Usman, welterweight champion, he said in an interview
Yeah, I
that
saw that.
it's not easy to take Jorge down, and you
Yeah.
see that with Usman
Because he has those takedown.
Yeah,
defenses.
it's not like he kept him down for a long time. He did, you know, he took it down several times, but it was not like he was, you know, he kept him there.
Yeah.
So he got that experience, and I just think that Usman is a lot stronger than Covington.
Yeah,
That's another thing.
Usman's a freak, man. He's very
Yeah,
strong.
he's an animal, man.
I
He's an animal.
I think there's only one person right now that can take that title from him, and I think he's.
I know you're gonna say.
I think he's ducking him, and
hold on. Does it start with it? Does it start with a K? Does it start with a K?
Oh, we're going to talk about him at 274, man.
Okay.
Yo, 274 is my top two fighters right now currently. So I'm super excited to talk about that fight. Those fights, I should say. But yeah, I'm gonna go Masvidal as well. So yeah, I think that puts the cherry on the
Man, why you have to choose all the picks from me, man? all the fighters from me.
No, I think well, I'm pretty sure I was trying to convince somebody else that Bryce Mitchell was going to be winning that fight, and I'm pretty sure you saw that, and I'm pretty sure you.
No, I saw it myself because when you were discussing with Evan, I didn't even saw that message. You know, we were discussing early. I just saw the fights. I saw the highlights, and I was like, man, this
Bryce Mitchell is.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, he reminds me of Chucky Allen's. So I mean, it's.
And the guy has a farm. He lives like out of middle of nowhere. And
yeah, he's a fucking farmer boy. No wrong, farmer boys.
No, nothing wrong with them. My grandparents, they it
was like it's like Jerry. Jerry's a fucking nomad and lives in the fucking Swiss Alps, right? That's Evan's dog. Evan loves that guy.
Yeah,
he's a fucking beast. Jerry's a badass. I'm not sure if he was knocked out with that up kick from what's his name?
When he knocked out Reyes, when he fought Reyes, you saw that knockout?
Yeah. Well,
it was like an elbow, right? It was
Dominic Reyes hit him with an up kick and could have knocked him out. Oh, go watch that replay and see that one.
I'm gonna go back and watch the whole fight.
That was a great fight, but it's questionable. Jerry could have been knocked out. So anyway, Saturday, UFC 272, T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. We do have the same picks. We're gonna go down Sergey Spivak, Kevin Holland, Bryce Mitchell, Rafael dos Anjos, and Jorge Masvidal.
And don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you want to put your opinions, just put in there anything you want to share with us.
Concerns, straighten us out. Yeah. Let us know. Tips.
And give a like to the video if you like it. You know, if anything that we can, just let us know. We're here.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing this. We're just talking. We're just having fun. So yeah. I'll see you Saturday night. We're gonna watch these fights and we'll talk about it Sunday, Monday. Guys, take care.